We are the Breakfast Club. If you're just joining us, Charlamagne might or might not give Donkey today to who?
Man, Lou Rakowski is the owner of the Crystal Ballroom in Lake Mary, Florida. Now listen, I could go either way with this. People suggest things for me for Donkey of the Day. Somebody suggested this to me, and then I went to go look at the story, and I was like, I don't know if this is Donkey of the Day worthy. Because what happened was, sadly, there was a couple who were supposed to get married at the venue, Ty Henson and William Coney. They were supposed to get married in May of this year, but then William died of a heart attack at 42 years old. And so, Ty wants to get the $7,600 that they put into the venue back, but the venue doesn't have to give the money back because the contract, says that they noted that these rules are reviewed before signing to avoid emotional or inconsistent decision making later. So they're not contractually obligated to give the money back.
Right, but this is how I look at it. It is sad, but yeah, that business is a business where they, sell packages, weddings, baby showers, and if that date wasn't taken by them, they could have sold it to another person, right? And in the news report is where I heard the trip insurance. But it's like this: if you book a trip or vacation and somebody passes away and you don't have trip insurance, you out of luck.
You out of it, yeah.
If you buy tickets to a football game or if you buy tickets to a basketball game and something happens, you got to keep those tickets.
But I will say there's one difference.
What's the difference?
The difference is like this is
business.
This is a venue and it's an owner of a venue that you can actually pick up the phone and call. Right. It's very hard to do that with the trips. It's very hard to get with trips. You're talking to an operator. With trips, you're talking to you're not talking to the owner.
But they tell you to get trip insurance, and if they tell you get insurance just in case something happens. I also have to run a business, meaning I can't continue to do this because I put money out. Yeah, I could have made money this weekend.
Paying for staff.
Right, I paid I made arrangements to do this, and now that I don't, I lose everything as well. And
and
it's
also
sad
want
to say it is horrible, but it's business. You know what I mean? And you should have got the insurance so that way you was covered. You know.
And the owner puts the money into her GoFundMe as well too, like $500.
The owner put $500 in the GoFundMe?
Yeah, the owner put $500 into her GoFundMe. And he said he just did that personally, not even on behalf of his venue. He just did that personally. Wow. So clearly he feels bad about this situation.
Some type of remorse,
But listen, man, I understand the legal side, but I just wonder, like Ty Henson said, should there be space for compassion? Ty said, because Ty's a cosmetologist, so she got her own business. She said, my compassion as a human being carries over into my business. But, as the owner of the venue says, Lukas Rakowski, he said they're a full-service venue that coordinates space, staffing, inventory, and third-party services months in advance, and they incur costs on a different timeline than individual vendors. So he's already spent some money.
Correct, yeah, because they have to prepare the flowers, prepare balloons, prepare tables, prepare chairs, prepare sounds, prepare all of that. So if I had to put my money out, should I have to lose because of what happened? I don't know.
She's a cosmetologist, so she got to look at it like from a business standpoint as well. If she's booked to do a wedding, like a bridesmaids and a bride or whatever, right? And they have a deposit that they put down. Say the wedding for whatever reason don't go through. Now, does she give back her deposit? Give back that deposit?
Yeah, she says she actually has. She says I understand contracts. She says she once issued a refund to someone when a hurricane destroyed their home before their wedding. And that's what she said. My compassion as a human being carries over into my business.
For sure.
Let's go to the phone lines. Hello, Mozzie. What's up, Mozzie?
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
Good morning.
Mozzie. What's your thoughts, brother?
All right, man. So I say Donkey of the Day should definitely go to the vendor. And the reason I say that is because I have a building that I often rent out for parties, receptions, things of that nature. They should give the people their deposit back because of the fact the vendors that I deal with will give me my deposits back because I had to cancel on situations like that involving a death. Now, I do offer the cancellation insurance as well, but that's for like hurricanes, bad weather, somebody got sick, things like that.
Death!
But in the event of a death, you should definitely give them people at least half of their money back because I'm getting some of my money back from my vendors that I deal with.
I was thinking about what about keeping the cost you incurred and then giving them the money back? You know what I'm saying? Like if you got paid $7,600, like because the vendor said he already incurred some costs.
So if he had to pay out $2,000, pay the $2,000.
How about get your money back of the cost you incurred, but then give her the rest of the money?
Right.
I agree with that.
Exactly. That's what I would do. I would, what I done spent, I would eat for myself and say, well, I've incurred this cost. This is the balance of what you paid. Here you go. I hope, my condolences to you and your family. Yeah. That's what I would do.
Yeah, I think that's fair. If he wants to. Hello, who's this?
This is Wisdom.
Hey, Wisdom. Good morning. Talk to us.
So I think that both of them should get a little bit of the donkey.
Damn. You think she should get donkey?
I think they both should get it. Just a little bit.
Why?
Okay.
Well, for the bride, anytime you book something for an event, for any type of space, you make sure that you have the insurance.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're booking something,
that's true.
What if it rains? Yeah. You want to be able to have an inside, especially if it's a wedding. You gotta and all your T's crossed when it comes to your wedding.
Right.
That's true.
The only thing with that is, though, and I think anybody knows planning a wedding, every dollar matters and every dollar counts, right? And sometimes you're really stretching to pull these weddings off, and you're praying that your guests give you back some of that money to make your money back.
Yeah.
So they might not have had that to do that, which is sad,
Damn.
Yeah, the owner, the owner.
Again, what if she was having a wedding? If she was having a wedding, you're still going to have to be responsible to insure yourself this side, take it inside.
Yeah, she said if it was an outdoor wedding, but I looked at the venue hall is an indoor hall.
Yeah,
I wonder why she didn't do the insurance.
Yeah, same.
I don't know.
I understand that too. So I get what she's saying. I just feel so bad for her. I don't want to give her. I wouldn't give her even a little bit of donkey because I know she grieving right now. She going through it, and she may not have been able to afford the insurance because sometimes that's high as well. But I don't fault the venue either. I don't think nobody deserves it.
585-1051. Charlamagne may or may not give donkey today to this venue out in Florida because of what, Charlamagne?
We just talked about it because
Yo, come on, yo, we know you guys know what you're talking about.
Because Ty Henson and William Coney was set to marry at the venue in May of this year, and then sadly William passed away from a heart attack, and Ty would like her money refunded from the venue.
Let's discuss. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. If you're just joining us, Charlamagne may or may not give donkey today to who, Charlamagne?
Lukaus Rakowski. He is the owner of the Crystal Ballroom in Lake Mary, Florida. Now, Ty Henson and William Coney was set to marry at this venue in May of 2026, but sadly, William passed away from a heart attack at the age of 42. And so now Ty wants her refund, but the Crystal Lake Ballroom is saying no. They signed the contract.
Correct.
And they're giving her the option of maybe doing the memorial at the venue, but they don't feel like they should give the money back.
Hello, who's this?
Wow.
Hey, good morning, Breakfast Club. This is West out of Atlanta.
Wes, what up?
Good
Talk
morning.
to us.
Hello?
Yeah, talk to us, brother. What you say?
Oh, yeah, this is West out of Atlanta, man. I believe that she should get donkey today because people go into contracts willingly thinking that, that won't happen to me. And then when it happens, they want somebody to have compassion and feelings for them, which is understandable, but that company probably had already took losses from having compassion for people before, which made them come up with their new rules and regulations for why they do their things the way they do.
That's what the owner said.
I mean,
Yeah, and I agree with that.
Business,
That's why contracts are signed. Contracts are signed to protect really both parties depending on what happens. And yeah, I mean, it's tough, it's horrible, it's nasty, it's disgusting, but
it is business.
It's business. Thank you, brother. Hello, who's this?
DJ Rock, Myrtle Beach. What's up, Breakfast Club?
What's up, brother?
Peace,
Talk to
brother.
us. What's your thoughts?
I definitely think my man the owner of that venue should give her some of that money back. I definitely understand that he has paid other venues in advance, like deposits for DJs or cooks. Okay, subtract those deposits he made and give her the rest of the money back. It's only right. It'll make the venue look right. So I think definitely give him some of the money back.
Okay.
Yeah, if it was me, I would have. If I was the owner, because they said they already had to incur some costs. Whatever the costs were that you already had to incur, you take that and then you give her the rest of the money.
Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is Shantae calling from Jersey.
Shantae.
Peace,
from Jersey.
Shantae.
Good morning.
Talk to us. What's your thoughts?
Good morning. I definitely, as an event space owner, I definitely think it's the client's fault. Reading is fundamental, and unfortunately, a lot of people just don't read their contracts properly. Yes, we still have compassion, but we do have things that are planned for each day that someone books an event. So I created a payment protection, kind of like a flight protection. If you don't pay for the payment protection, unfortunately, you will lose your deposit.
Damn.
Yeah.
And I want people to know Ty is a cosmetologist as well. So she says she completely understands business, but she also understands the legal side. And she said that there should just be space for compassion. She said her compassion as a human being carries over into her business. And she also gave an example of how she issued a refund to someone when a hurricane destroyed their home before their wedding.
Right, but also if I own a business and I'm telling you, take the insurance out because it protects both me and you, right? So if this does happen, I still get paid, you still get paid, you get your money back. And if I'm telling you to do that and you don't do it, and then something horribly happens, how does it fall back on the business owner? Because he has bills, he has expenses, he has to pay for a mortgage or whatever it may be.
I mean, she probably just didn't, think, oh my God, my fiance is going to pass away. Although anything else could have happened, you need that insurance for protection from any and everything, but she just didn't, and then she probably couldn't afford it.
Yeah, maybe.
Depending on how much the insurance was.
But even when I book a trip somewhere, right? If I book a trip locally, I don't get that insurance.
Yeah.
But if I go somewhere where it's costing me a lot, I definitely get it just in case.
I book insurance on everything, even airline tickets. Like people don't ever check that little box that says, put insurance on the tickets.
If it's local,
I do them everywhere.
If it's in the U.S., I won't. But if it's
no, I do them everywhere.
Everywhere?
International and U.S. Hell yeah.
Because you just never know.
You just never know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what's the moral of the story?
I think we got a hung jury.
Okay.
We got a hung jury because it seems like people understand both sides. I don't agree with giving her donkey of the day in no way, shape, or form because I don't think it was her fault.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's the venue's fault
Me either. I don't feel like anybody. It's just a
unfortunate situation.
Right. I don't think anybody deserves donkey.
Now, what I would say if I was, and I've been saying it all morning, if I was the business owner, whatever cost I have already incurred, I'll take my money from that and I would give her the rest back just out of the goodness of my heart. Because I just feel like not only is that good business, just as a human being, that's the right thing to do.
Yeah. But even if he doesn't, it's like, it's
contract
business,
right?
It's just a contract. Right. Yeah.
All right. Well, we got the latest with Loren coming up, so don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Hold up. Every day I wake up, wake your ass up. The Breakfast Club.
Y'all finished or y'all done?